on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be bringing back the old unboxing videos and starting with the Xtransbots Savant. So stick around if you want to know more about Xtransbots Savant. And just like all my other unboxings, you got to start with a disclaimer, that being, this has already been opened, kind of. I just made sure that it was still in the box because, like I said in all the other unboxings, I get these off eBay, and you got to make sure that they're in the box because after the first Xtransbots Toro scam, I have learned to check the box right when you get it. So, yes, this is an unboxing, but it's also not an unboxing because technically I already opened the box. But I don't know anything about the figure, so we're gonna find out everything there is to know about Savant here. Alright, so now we can start, and we're going to take a quick look at the detail on the box here. So as you can see, you've got a picture of Savant, or Skids. This is Xtransbots' take on a masterpiece Skids. And, yeah, it looks pretty accurate there on the picture. You got Xtransbots, Master X Series, Savant, 85, Xtransbots logo, you know, their stupid cursive thing that they do with the bios. In the back, you just got a picture of his car mode, like in real life. I don't know what that is. Xtransbots. And then down here, you've got stats, bio, all kinds of stuff. So you want to read it, go ahead, pause the video. Alright, so there's that. On the side here, just the cursive thing, picture of Savant, aka Skids. And then here is Xtransbots there. Savant, bottom. Nothing much. It's just their version of cross out. I don't think I'll get that. That just seems like a waste of money, honestly. So yeah, nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and crack this guy open. So like I said, it's already been opened, but I haven't really transformed it or anything. I just made sure it was in the box. So yeah, let's go ahead and open it up. And you've got the styrofoam. You know, I love styrofoam. It's so satisfying to open a figure and see styrofoam all over it. I don't know why, it just is. So yeah, just like the typical third party, you get instruction booklet and the card there. We'll take a look at that later on. And then here is the figure himself in the, well, not really, he's in the box still, but we're about to crack him open. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, there he is. Looks very nice already. Oh, he's got a lot of weight to him, so there's a good bit of die cast on there, but we will get into that later on. You got some accessories here. You got this thing. It's like a little drone motorcycle. I don't know. Guns and guns. And just go ahead and throw this on the ground. Because why not? That did not sound good. Alright. So, yeah, you get this thing. I don't see. Now, Skids here, he only made a couple, like I think 1 or 2 appearances in the cartoon. He was not a reoccurring character. So this, I'm not sure when it occurred in the cartoon, or even if it did, or even what it is. It's included, though. That's all I know. But I have seen a couple reviews on it, and apparently you can, like, flip this up and it turns into a scooter or something. I don't want to mess with it too much, because, I don't know. It's kind of a weird little accessory. I don't know what it's for, but it is there if you want it. You get a gun here. So, there you go. And you get another gun. So, yeah. That's it for those little accessories. Now, as for the figure himself, he comes in a very tiny, cramped car mode, and actually, I think this is pretty accurate to the actual car. I don't know what car this is. Usually I do. I usually research that before making these videos, but I have not today. I'm going to assume that this is either a Fiat or a Volkswagen of some sort, but I don't know. You can go tell me I'm wrong in the comments. Go to it. So, sorry about that. I don't know. But it is a nice car. It is certainly not what I'd pick for Skids, but, you know, it's cool for what it is. Based on cartoon accuracy, it's very, very accurate, and it looks really good, sort of. I don't know, it looks kind of mushed together, but otherwise it's nice looking. He does roll very well, very smooth. There's actually very little clearance, because there's a bunch of kibble under there. But it surprisingly rolls very, very well. He does have rubber tires, of course. So that's nice. Now, this is pretty cool, but you do have an interior in Skids. The doors open and it reveals a couple seats and a steering wheel, a little bit of a console there. So, yeah, as you can see, it's a very nice looking interior. The doors don't open all the way as much as I'd like them to, but they do open enough. It looks like the steering wheel's on this side, so I'll switch. There you go. There it is. Yep. pretty cool. So I like that they took time to put an interior in. That's quite cool. You don't really see that with many Transformers, especially Xtransbots, when they add interiors. So that's very cool that you get that with the figure. As for the card and instructions, we'll just go ahead and crack this open here. I'm not seeing a good place to really tear into this. Let's see here. Alright. There we go. Got this open. Okay, so, yeah, I really hate these things, man. Why can't they just put it in proper plastic? Like, well, I mean, this is plastic, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's stretchy, and I hate it. It just makes things so much harder to get into. Alright, so, yeah, you get a card, and it's just like a, I don't know. It's not a Pokemon card, but it's not a credit card either. It's kind of weird. And what I mean by that is the material. It's interesting. I don't know. It's a weird material. But anyways, it's like any other card. I don't know why I'm making such a big deal out of it. So on the back, you just have his stats, a picture, and a bio. So if you want to read that, you can pause it now. So yeah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, you get a card like all the other Transformers. All right, and then you get the instruction manual, just an overview of the figure. Oh, it does look like... Okay. I knew I was forgetting something. Yep, okay. Pop the trunk open. I knew that the trunk could open. I just didn't know how to do it, and I didn't want to break it on camera. Like I said in the beginning of this channel, I'm going to break something one day. Still hasn't happened, and I'm glad. Alright. So, yeah, that opens, and then it looks like you can store the drone motorcycle thing in the back. Like that. Yep. And you just close the door like that. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's really cool actually. I like that a lot. But let's go ahead and remove it again because I don't want it in there right now. So yeah, you can store it in the back of the car and the trunk opens, of course, like you just saw there. That's nice. This figure's already really cool. And actually, most of the car mode feels like die-cast to me. I'm not seeing a whole lot of plastic, which is really good because Xtransbots tends to have some hit and miss figures on quality, and so whenever they get a die-cast figure, you know it's gonna be good. I have heard a couple complaints though about the arm being really loose, and I have prepared for that, but we'll see. We'll see the outcome in terms of my copy, anyways. Okay, so this lifts up and it looks like a scooter thing. It's pretty useless. I'm not gonna show that on camera because that's very hard to get into, and I don't have any tools with me right now, so. It just turns into that thing. It's really weird. Yeah. It's kind of a useless accessory. Guns go on the front. Cool. Or top, I mean. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen many reviews on this figure, so that's why I'm looking at it right now and kind of showing you everything it can do while looking at the manual. Yeah. So, pretty cool. And then that's when the transformation starts there. It's not too hard. I mean... Just looking at it now, it doesn't look that bad, but the instruction manuals can be very, very, very bad sometimes. So, yeah, we're going to have to see what the transformation is like, and I will give you a report on that later on. Yeah. Now, I know that Takara Tomy just released a official Masterpiece version of Skids. Honestly, they're both accurate in my opinion. I've not done any reviews on it, and I have no interest and no intention of getting it. So, yeah, I just thought, and Xtransbots was the first one to come out, and I thought it looked better in my opinion. So I just went ahead and got it. Yeah. I don't know. Xtransbots stuff just always looks better than Takara Tomy's in my opinion. So, yeah. Cool. Well, I think I'm going to transform this thing, and I will see you once I have finished doing that. Alright, so we're back with the fully transformed Xtransbots Savant. And the transformation is not that bad, actually. It's quite enjoyable. I'd do it again up until one point, and it resulted in a tab break. So up here, you need to basically take the roof and bend it back to pull the roof up, and that seems easy, right? No, the way these tabs are designed is that they kind of go underneath, and then they hook up under the hood of the car, and that'll keep this, snug and stuff in the car mode. I hope that's the right word. I don't know. Sorry, but anyways, yeah, that's how those tabs work, and basically they are very tightly secured in there. I mean, very tightly. And so I had to definitely fiddle around with it, and I pulled too hard, and one of the tabs popped right off. This one's fine, but this one came right off. Now, normally I'd be very, very disappointed about that. However, that is not a big of an issue, because when I say tightly, I mean this thing is in there like super glue. Like, you cannot get this thing out. So, since that one tab is still there, it'll still stick. And these legs in car mode support the roof. So, even if I do lose this tab as well, it won't like completely collapse or anything, so it's completely fine. So if you're like me and you lose a tab here, or both tabs, I don't think that's a big issue. So yeah, whatever. It is what it is, and this is also third party, so yeah, unfortunately, third party can be like that sometimes. So yeah, that's definitely flaw number one that I am not pleased with. It's not the end of the world, because I've had way worse figures before who break on stuff that should not break. This one, I can totally understand why that would break, and it's not the end of the world either. Some figures, once they break, and there's nothing you can do. This one, since that tab broke off, whatever, it's completely usable still. And how many people actually transform their masterpiece in third-party transformers? I don't know anybody who does. So, yeah, whatever. It still works perfectly fine without that single tab, for me, anyways. I haven't even tried it yet, but look, that stays in there. Look, if you still have one tab left, you should be good. Because when I say that this thing is secure, it is secure as crap. Like, you cannot get this thing out. And yeah, like I said, the roof kind of supports it a little bit in car mode, so I'm just thinking there's just no way that I did that the roof would just collapse or anything. And we also got these arms too, so yeah, one tiny little tab is not going to affect the rest of the figure. So if you break it off, no worries, you're fine. So yeah, cool. So here's his robot mode, and the transformation overall, without that other part, I guess, is very, very fun to do, and I would totally do it again. Yeah, it's quite a fun transformation. That's not something I usually say when it comes to masterpiece transformers, because their transformations can be very, very aggressive, if you know what I mean, and very tiring, and just a big mess. And when I say tiring, you know what I mean. Yeah. So yeah, transformations pretty easy. But yeah, robot mode looks really good. That is super cartoon accurate. To skids, let's do a full 360. He has 0 backpack kibble. So that's great. Other than this, but that's cartoon accurate, so I don't really count that as kibble. But yeah, everything just comes together and they fold up real nicely. It's a really good figure. I like it a lot. The character skids is not my favorite, but the overall look of the character is really good, really cool, really retro, and they nailed the looks. They didn't nail the quality on this and the way that this transforms, though. So be aware of that. And like I said, it's not the end of the world if you do break it off. So, yeah. Yeah, nice looking robot mode. And now the next complaint that I have is the shoulder issue, which a lot of people complain about, and that is literally you cannot move his arm without these coming untabbed, unfortunately. It's just the way they're designed. These things peg in right here on this tab, and since this is articulated to move, that's just going to have to come undone. There's just nothing you can do to avoid it, unfortunately. I thought there may be a magical way that you could avoid it, but you really cannot. Unless you want to remove that tab, which is a very bad idea. So, yeah, that's kind of just a minor complaint. He still poses fine, like you can do that. You just gotta untab it, really, and then you can do... I'm not sure why you would want that pose, but you can do it. You just can't have these tabbed in while he does it. And then, yeah, the rest of his arm moves and stuff. That can do a full 360. I'm not gonna do it because it's really tight. I can move up and down his elbow can, up and down. You can got wrist rotation over here, full 360 there, and like most masterpieces, his hand can move, or his like fingers can move around a little bit. So you got that there, very articulated out in there. You can do a full 360 around the waist, because why not? He's masterpiece level. You can do a massive ab crunch if you want him to. So you got that, and then his legs move up, and they can move down on a very hard ratchet joint there. Sounds really good. I love that sound. And then, yeah, that's about it for articulation. This is a transforming joint. This does move, causing his leg to move slightly. It's really tight. You can do that. Again, I don't even know why I mentioned them, but just in case you like those really crazy poses, you can move that. on a hard ratchet. And then his feet has some ankle rotation. You just gotta pop this out, and then you can do that if you want. And then his heel can move in, and yeah. So you go with articulation. Oh yes, and his wings do move a little bit. So if you like that, his wings move. So yeah, pretty cool. I like the articulation on this figure. Yeah, very, very articulated and very, very detailed. So now for his guns, which if I'm not mistaken, one goes here, right here maybe. Yeah, like that. And then this can go here, I'm assuming. Yeah, in his hand, and then that just tabs in right there. That is weird. I don't like that. That is just straight up weird. Yeah, interesting. So, you get that little thing, and then you get this thing. This one's actually pretty cool, though, the double-headed cannon thing. That's pretty cool. I do like that. So, pretty cool weapon there. This thing, I don't know. Why? It's just, that's not even needed. So, yeah. Cool figure. I really like it a lot. Just that one little issue I had with the tab breaking off, but, you know, like I said, is what it is, and you can't really do anything about it, and it doesn't really affect the figure if it breaks off. So, yeah. Cool. Very nice figure. Very, very nice. Thank you so much for watching this toy review. It really means a lot that you take the time to stop by my channel and watch the content on it. If you consider liking and subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated. And like I said, this is a great figure. Highly recommend that you pick them up. Just watch out for this issue. And like I said again, like a million times, it's not a big deal if it does break. So yeah. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.